listen to another episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to the beautiful people.
Beautiful people, what is going on?
What is going on? We are here. We are back. It is the end of August. And I will tell you this, Rob.
What's up?
You don't realize this, but you have an influence on me.
Okay, I would hope.
You don't realize this.
Okay.
No, but you have. I see you do stuff. I go, oh, I'll try that. You know?
Okay, that's good.
I'll try that.
I guess. I don't know. I do some good things, some bad things.
Well, you walked me into the lion's den.
I walked you into the lion's
You
den?
walked me right into the lion's den.
Which is what?
I need to know who. I tried to be you as a person rather than trying to be me as a person.
Okay.
And it is so important that we act as ourselves and know who we are.
I agree.
Because what I did was try to live your life, which is rock a cell phone with no case.
Okay.
And what that got me was a crickety-cracked cell phone.
Okay.
A cell phone that's cracked.
This is a positive spin on you being negative towards me. He's going, you had influence on me.
You taught me something.
I taught you what?
You taught me that I'm not you.
Okay.
That I need to be myself. When I was a child, I wasn't allowed to walk into antique stores.
Okay.
Because I was so wibbly-wobbly walking into stores.
You might knock something over.
I knocked something over. I was a fall down kind of kid. I was a clumsy guy knocking stuff over.
I think I'm pretty clumsy too.
Can I tell you how I broke the cell phone?
How?
I had it in my pocket
Okay.
here. I'm peeing. I go to flush the toilet. I bend over, and the phone comes out of my pocket, hits the edge of the toilet bowl, and lands on the ground.
That's tough. At least it didn't go in.
I need to know who I am as a person.
I've had to fish a phone out of a toilet before.
Fingers? Yeah, I guess he got it.
Yeah.
I just need to know who I am.
You know what I actually did at the bank last week? I want to know what you would do. I go to the bank and I go to the toilet. I'm like trying to get my whole financial life in order.
I didn't even know that banks had toilets.
She let me into like the secret one in the back. I also used to work for Chase, I guess. I don't know. We're friends at this point. She had to like watch me. Not watch me, but she takes me through a door.
Let me say this.
What?
You're not friends with the people at the bank.
I think that I'm friends with the one woman.
This is the you're not friends with the bartender. You're not friends with the
friends.
waiter.
We're friends.
You're not friends with the stripper.
We're friends.
She's trying to get you to sign up for credit cards, Rob.
I'm going there wanting to sign up. I'm going there wanting to sign up. I bet you this woman would view me as her friend if I ask her.
Oh, if you ask the person that's in charge of giving you loans, are we friends? Of course they're gonna say. What are they gonna say? No, we're not friends. This is a business relationship that's actually over the line.
She wouldn't say that. Maybe.
So
my friend took me to the back.
Now you're friends,
and I'm going to pee, and I go to see it in the toilet, and there's a quarter sitting in the toilet, and I was like, it's too metaphorical for me to pee on this money and flush it down the toilet. So before I started peeing, I took it out of the toilet. It's clean toilet water. And it's just I did not keep the quarter. I just put the quarter on the sink, just like right next to the faucet. But I took it out. I'm like, I can't flush money down the toilet. That's why I'm here. I'm done flushing money down the toilet. I got to organize myself. So I was like, this is step one.
That almost feels like a test from an evil bank manager.
Right?
It almost feels like they put it in.
That's what I was confused, but I'm like, it's the back. It's not even for the people.
Well, this morning I put a quarter in the tank.
Yeah.
Which one of you fools flush money down the toilet? Yeah. Here at the bank, we collect money. We don't throw it down the drain.
That's how it felt. And I wasn't about to be a fool.
I would have peed on the quarter.
You would have peed on the quarter? Okay, I wasn't sure what you would
have definitely been like, oh.
Yeah.
I would have definitely peed on the quarter, and then I would have done nothing.
Yeah, flushed it down, obviously.
I would have, I wouldn't have left my pee in the toilet.
Yeah, of course.
I wouldn't have gone, hey, there was a quarter in the toilet. Don't worry, I didn't flush. I just peed on top of it.
Whoever wants to take it out. Now it's grosser. But anyways, your toilet fell. Your phone fell not in the toilet. I have scooped my phone out of a toilet before.
I'm just saying, like, I try to, sometimes you try to be like someone else.
Well, I have the same thing. So what are we talking about? My phone is also cracked.
But here's the thing. But it just a bigger life lesson.
Okay.
You try to be like someone else that you go, I like that part of them.
Yes.
And you remember why you don't do that.
You have to bring you to it if you really want to do it. You have to bring your personality and your flair to it.
Remember my limitations as a human.
Yeah.
We all have limitations as a human.
That's true. That's very true.
And for me, a limitation is I'm a clumsy man.
Okay.
I'm a clumsy boy. I purposely, I have rules for myself. I'm so clumsy. Where cups, glasses go outside the sink.
Yes.
That's a rule in my home because I know I'm likely to break a glass in the sink.
Okay.
So I set myself up, and sometimes I try to live cool. I did that a lot as a kid, and I would get hurt. I remember everyone was taking this bike trail, and they jumped their bike on the trail.
Yes.
On this trail. I told you this?
No.
Well, there was this hill, and everyone would go over their bike, and they would jump it. And I never did it in front of everyone. But one day I said, I'm going to do it by myself. And I went to go jump, and I didn't get any advice, so I landed on my testicles. And I was on the ground alone next to the little jump for over a half hour until a gaggle of children were around me laughing at me.
He's like, I'm not going to let this go to waste. Somebody's going to laugh at this before I get up.
I made a meal of it. I waited.
I'll wait about half an hour. But somebody's going to laugh. You
should have thought. They thought a wolf was hurt in the woods because I was howling till people saw me.
That's funny.
And but
that's tough. That's tough. You got to know who you are. Yeah, know who you are.
I stopped eating red ice pops because I was a red lip boy.
Yes,
and I didn't want to be that.
You didn't want to be that.
So I just need to know. And this weekends was a good reminder of me knowing my limitations.
That's good, I guess.
It has to be.
Nice. You had a nice birthday?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. It was nice, right? You did what you wanted. You hung out with your fam.
I did what I wanted. It was beautiful. And the nicest part was at a certain point, everyone said, they sang "Happy Birthday" to me alone.
That's nice.
Which is something I've talked about in the podcast. Which
they're like, Sebastian really wants this.
Well,
they're listening.
Well, my twin wasn't listening.
Oh.
You know what she does?
What? Threw it in?
She goes, all right, let's sing "Happy Birthday." And she goes, all right, let's just do one for both of us. And my older sister stands up for me. She goes, I think Sebastian wants his own. Because she knows that I've talked about how much it means to me.
Yeah.
And my sister goes, no, let's save time. We'll just do one for both of us. Save time! We're talking 60 seconds in an event that it's not like we're rushing to anything.
It's only you guys.
Only you guys.
Damn.
And I'm like, what are we rushing to? And I go, well, did they sing happy birthday to you last night? She goes, yeah. So we'll just do one together today. And then I go, I want my own.
You did. You said that.
I stood up for myself.
Good for you. I love this.
I stood up for myself.
How was it?
Receiving the happy birthday song?
Yeah.
It was great. I was, you know what? I'll take you through the process.
Okay.
At first, I was zoned down. I wasn't looking at anyone. I was just singing happy birthday, pretending it was for someone else.
Oh, really?
It's like the kid that is too overstimulated by it. He can't accept that he's there.
Okay.
And then finally I was going to do an analogy, and then I had to quickly rewind that because I remembered it was my family singing happy birthday to me that I was about to compare something to.
Okay.
So I go, whoa, Sebastian, calm down.
Okay.
So, and then I started looking people in their eyes.
Everyone.
I stopped singing and started just looking at people singing to me.
That's nice. How was it?
It was beautiful. And then everyone went around the table and they said,
something they like about you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
It was great. And I soaked it in, and people said really nice things.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nice things to say.
Here's the thing. As like a single man in your 30s, I was telling my mom, I was like, I told her, I go, that was the nicest part of the day for me. No one does that.
Tells you great things about you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I say them somewhat. Without trying to be weird.
He gets all in his feelings.
I'm just saying, without trying to be weird, you want more nice things said about you? You don't believe them when I say them. For some reason, when I say them, it's untrue.
I'm not.
I'm a smart guy.
Beautiful moment and make it about how.
I'm sorry.
You do say nice things to me.
Yes.
But I don't hear someone say you really were able to stand up. You were able to show how much you love your family and your kindness this year. With us.
You did. Yes. All right. There was very nice moments.
It was nice moments.
With your family.
It wasn't you going, you're so funny, you got to get a show. You know, right?
No, I think I think I say things outside of you're so funny.
I know. It was just different from people I don't hear from.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Did I offend you?
No, not at all. But
Here we
I
go.
hope that my nice things that I say are not upon lost ears.
They're not.
I think obviously
they're
what you
upon-
went
they're
with
upon
your family.
bated breath.
Okay, I don't know what that means. What your family and you guys went through, I'm sure, was a nice moment.
It was yes,
And the way that you were able to show up for them, and I think it's very specific also.
it was very
of how
specific
nice.
of what we were talking about.
That's nice.
But yes, you're right. It feels this moment here feels like Robbie and I have been in therapy, and all of a sudden now I misspoke, and now we're using our therapy talk back and
No,
forth.
I'm not trying to use therapy talk. I think I say
You're
specific things about you outside of that you're funny.
right. You're right.
Hold
on.
What?
Mom, never mind.
No.
It happens all the time. Mom, it wasn't special. Okay, Ma, you heard it here. Rob does it every so often.
You
Mom,
just choose when you want to hear
Mom,
compliments.
no.
I think you pick and choose when you want to hear compliments sometimes.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of times, if we're being totally real now, I didn't know we were going to have this conversation.
Okay, all right, we don't have
but
to.
no, we will. Sometimes
about being
you
funny.
give me compliments when times where I'm low.
Okay.
I wasn't low at that moment. So I was probably able to receive it a little better and
That
actually
is true.
hear it.
You're right.
So that's probably the difference.
Okay. Well, if I will say this. If I give you compliments when you're high, you think I'm obsessed with you to a level that is unhealthy. If you're in a good mood and I say one nice thing, it gets turned into this guy's obsessed with me. What do you want to hook up with me? What's going on?
I don't.
So I'm like, all right.
I
I'll
never.
save it. I'll
I
save
never
it.
actually think you want to hook
I
up
know,
with me.
but it's the jokes. I understand his jokes. I understand his jokes. But I'm glad you were celebrated.
But yeah. I mean, I have struggled taking compliments.
Yeah.
I struggle. It's something I'm bad at.
Okay.
I don't like myself. So when to hear other people say nice things about yourself, it's hard. And I
Well,
allowed myself in that moment to soak it in.
I love that you did. I love that you did.
I
you heard
struggle, Rob.
And you heard it.
And I heard it.
I'm
And
glad.
it felt good.
I'm glad. I'm
So-
happy about all these things.
Next year, Mom, we're not doing that.
No, I think you
We've
should.
called a real stir in the podcast.
I think you should. I think you should hear them more. I think you.
No.
They're out there for you to hear. I
it's
think you should
hard
hear
to
them
hear
more. I
compliments.
understand that.
It's so hard
I'm
to hear
happy that you were
compliments.
able to. I'm happy that you were able to.
It's almost easier to hear insults over compliments sometimes.
I'm happy that you were able to.
To
I
hear
don't feel
an
that.
insult, you feel, for most people, I'm going to speak for me too. When I hear an insult, all I think is, they're right. They knew.
Yeah.
And if I hear a compliment, I go, what the hell do they want?
Robbie must want to fuck me.
What the
That's
hell
the only
do they
option.
want? Well, it's the most reasonable option in this scenario.
Something's going on here.
You know I got no money.
Yeah.
What can I give you?
Yeah.
A little ass. So here's the thing. So
I see.
For me, I hear an insult, I go, what a freaking genius.
Okay.
These people are freaking, I didn't know Albert Einsteins were everyone on Reddit must be an Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
Someone gives me a compliment, I go, and what else?
What are you trying to sell me here?
What's
All right,
going
keep
on?
it moving. What's the
pull
actual?
out the Tupperware,
Yeah,
you know?
I see. Yeah.
Pull out the Tupperware. So, yeah. So the birthday was good. But
I'm glad.
I mean, I try. It's hard. I struggle in a lot of ways.
Of course.
Of course.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it about that.
No,
I just
we
wanted
just had to
to-
get to a real place.
Okay, we got to a real place.
I want to answer your question honestly.
That's great.
I wanted because you deserve that, and I didn't want you to feel bad about that.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I will also say
I'm not
this.
trying to make it about me. I'm sorry.
No,
making
I
it
was
about
saying
me.
that because I wanted to avoid the honesty.
The honesty. Okay.
Because here's the truth about honesty. Sometimes one piece of honesty will lead to you having to be more honest in deeper ways.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Rob. Here's the thing. And this won't be about you. This is about the moment.
Okay.
So don't take this. This isn't about you. Once you tell the truth about something, the danger is that you might have to keep telling the truth.
Absolutely.
That once the truth is open, it's really hard to then stop telling the truth about your feelings.
Yes.
And sometimes I don't want to tell the truth because you don't deserve to get that much truth.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people don't.
Here's the thing. A lot of people don't deserve to get the truth.
Your truth.
My truth.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't deserve to get my truth.
100%.
So that's why I lie. Because
you don't deserve my truth. Not everyone deserves everyone's truth.
Because here's the thing. Truth becomes truth. And the deeper you go into truth, the more difficult the truths become.
Yes.
Sometimes if you see someone telling the truth, you just need to be like, thanks. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for sharing.
Yes.
You don't need to all of a sudden be truth diggers.
You don't need follow-up questions.
If someone's telling the truth, do not push them to keep telling the truth.
Interesting. Yeah, I agree, especially about themselves.
If you know it's something hard.
Yes.
And people look at the truth as almost like it's a crack. It's a crack in the armor.
It's gold.
It's like, oh, let's open that up.
Yes,
let's rip that open and get more truth out of them.
Yes.
And sometimes the truth, it's not even that you deserve it. I don't want to face my truth all the time.
Most people don't.
I am so good at one of the best things the skills I've developed.
Yes. Compartmentalization.
I was going to say avoidance.
Okay. Two sides of the same coin.
100%.
Yes.
Right? To be one of the best and worst skills New York ever taught me was to ignore right what's in front of my face.
Yeah.
New York really taught me how to have a huge problem inches from my nose. It could be about another person. It could be about me. And me just go.
I could just keep it moving.
La-di-da-di-da. Right?
Yeah,
just
yeah.
humming in my head.
Yes.
Not even
Not
care.
my business.
Not my business when it is about me.
Yes.
Sometimes there'll be a problem with me, and I go, it's not for me to handle.
Yeah. We've all been there.
Oh, please. 100%. Sometimes your own problems ain't for you.
Yes.
Not today, Sebastian.
Nope.
And follow-up questions about the truth really get you there. I accidentally told the truth to my family the other day about something.
Okay.
I was like, huge mistake.
You open the box.
I opened the box.
And they wanted to dig.
Oh.
You also know there's some great truth diggers in your family. That's going to happen. Yeah.
My mother was on the History Channel.
She hears even an ounce of truth.
Truth diggers of the Yukon.
Yeah,
Yukon truth digger, Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's zoning in.
Yes.
My mother, it's amazing. I could ask her a question to her face and she won't even respond. She could be in the next 2 rooms with the door closed and the TV on and hear something that she's not supposed to.
And then we'll follow up about it.
She'll run.
She's waiting.
She's
waiting for you to open it.
My mom would run a marathon if someone was just 30 yards in front of her gossiping about stuff she wanted to know about. My mother could run a full marathon, no training. Just had a brain aneurysm. Full marathon, no training. My mother would be there. Gatorade pack smacking out. She would wear a leopard cape
As she should.
with slippers.
As she should.
As she should. As she's comfortable.
Yes.
With giant hoops and 14 sprays of Ralph Lauren, as she says.
Of course.
Perfume. And if just someone told truths that she wanted to know about her children 30 yards in front of her, she would complete the marathon.
I believe it.
I believe it too, man. But that's a mother's love.
That is a mother's love.
That's a mother's love. I'll be like, my mom bought Knishes. I go, oh, Mom, thanks for buying Knishes. I love it. She goes, that's a mother's love. I go,
my mom says that too. Nobody will love you like your mother. You need to remember that.
And this is why women are scared to come home with us. This is why we get called.
Some of them.
We get called toxic on the internet.
I guess so.
that our love is toxic. It's not us. My mother will say the same thing. She goes, remember this: no one will love you like unconditionally, like I love you.
Yeah.
No one will ever love you and care about you more than I do.
And then my mom will use her mom as an example.
That she did that.
She'll just be like, when I have a doctor's appointment. My mother's the only one who calls me before and after. Like, she'll say things like that. Like, a mother's bond is just too strong.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. It's nice. My mom is a thoughtful woman, which I appreciate.
No, I mean, my mom also pulls the wild card too.
What?
I'm only as sad as I'm only.
Oh, I like this
I'm
one.
only as
My mom
happy-
doesn't say that.
I'm only as happy as my saddest child.
I love that. I love that
So
quote.
this is why I need
I
to
love
keep.
that.
Don't love that quote. This is why I need to keep truths in.
Yes. Because she'll make it about her then a little bit.
Yeah. But I need to. Yeah, I avoid my own problems.
Yeah.
I don't know how to stand up for myself. I'm lucky that I was able to about the birthday cake.
That's nice.
And here's the thing.
I'm happy you did that.
No one even in that room even knew I stood up for myself.
Okay.
Maybe my older sister, but no one in the room knew I stood up for myself in that moment.
What did they just say? They were like, Sebastian wants a
Okay.
song?
Yeah, he wants a song.
That's nice.
Because I just have struggle standing up for myself. It's hard.
Yeah. I guess I don't, which is nice.
It is nice.
That's
Where do you
something
think
that
that's
I've
from?
always... I don't know.
You were taught, man.
I guess I was taught to stand up for myself.
I
I guess I did well in school.
But that has nothing to. I knew kids that were very quiet and shy. that
Yeah.
wouldn't-
I guess because I was usually, probably as a child, I was usually right about certain things. So I was comfortable raising my hand. I was comfortable giving an answer. Because I was like pretty good at school at a young age.
I think giving an answer is different, in my opinion,
than advocating for yourself.
advocating for yourself.
Yeah, I guess that's where it starts though, a little bit.
I don't know
Because a lot of it is confidence. All of this.
For me, I learned in my family, be worried about perception over advocating for yourself.
Interesting. No, I was not. That was not something.
And I was very smart. I was in the top
Yeah.
classes. I was like able to answer all the questions. So it's not, and I still struggle with advocating for myself.
Yeah.
But I have the ultimate hack.
Okay.
The ultimate hack, the ultimate trick that I pull for struggling advocating for myself.
Okay.
I walk around the world, and when I'm in a transactional situation and they don't do it correctly, I just pull out my fake girlfriend card.
Okay. You love the fake girlfriend.
I love the. I did this weekend.
Okay.
I went to go get a 2 slices of pizza at the pizza place. The guy was talking up a storm. He burnt the crust. I go, I don't mind, but I'm with my girl and she doesn't like that done. Can you do another? Oh, of course. I go, yeah, she killed me. You know, I'm throwing this imaginary woman under the bus. And here's the thing: no one stands up for me more than my fake girlfriend in
I
those
love it.
situations.
Okay.
And I'm not hurting anyone.
Okay.
I sometimes say wife. I sometimes say fiance.
Okay.
It depends the severity of the situation. I had to go get my registration done.
Okay.
I had to go get the inspection and everything. And the guy's like, we're gonna be a half hour. I go, Jesus, my fiance is gonna kill me. She's at home. We got a date tonight. I go.
I mean, you're playing pretend too a little bit here.
I'm 100% playing.
Yeah.
And I go. Oh Jesus! I got a date with my fiance. She's gonna kill me. And he goes, maybe I could do 15 minutes.
Really?
Oh, dude, it's if you're talking to someone and you're like, we're on the same team. Because I make me and them on the same team, and we're against this imaginary spouse.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. Once I get a partner,
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore.
I was going to say, you're very close. Create an imaginary version of yourself. Maybe that would help. And just say that. Because you could do all of these things. Just make it about you. It's okay. You can get them on the same page by the task, not the person necessarily.
I think I'm going to go the
You just go, I have a date. So, like, do you mind going a little faster? I got a date tonight.
This is your advice is the good
create
advice.
a third person.
That's
That's you, not a spouse.
Yes, I think your advice would help me grow as a human.
Yes.
For me, I'm thinking about starting to include children.
Oh, you're going to create new imaginary people.
I think I want to go the exact opposite way.
Your grandmother.
Having a full family.
A full family.
I want to
Nice.
go, Jesus Christ. I mean, I thought the coupon would work. My kids are I'm saving up. My kid, he's going to get braces in a couple of years. I'm going to start adding family
He's
members.
talking about your kids or the dentist.
Yeah, I'm going to start talking about my kids orthodontist in a couple. You're trying to make me better, and I'm trying to make it easier.
Okay. Well, creating a fake version of Sebastian might also help. TBD. Just separate yourself from that. If
I
you
walk
need
a-
to do that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I advocate for myself.
No, I know. But here's the thing.
What?
My fake girlfriend's good to me.
She loves you, baby.
My fake girlfriend loves me more than that. No
Well,
one.
that's what's amazing. You're so close.
No
you
one-
just have to love you more than you love you like you're the fake girlfriend.
Why
does.
do I need to love me? Because my fake girlfriend loves me so much.
I honestly think this is good because at least you created the fake girlfriend. The fake girlfriend is you.
I am the fake girlfriend.
You are the fake girlfriend.
And
so
I'm-
it's a step in the right direction.
And listen to me.
You are. You just need her to have tits.
What do you mean, Nita? I already got him,
You're right.
babes. Already got him.
All right, nice.
You know what's gonna be great?
What?
The day that I walk into the pizza shop with the wig on.
That's what I was gonna say. When are you gonna start being the fake girlfriend in drag? Is you in drag?
I should.
Yeah,
I think I would be confident.
I love it.
For me, I mean, that's my hack.
Yeah.
Is it correct? No.
Yes.
If I had a real partner, would I do that? No. But would I be poly with a fake girlfriend and my real partner? You better believe
Okay.
it.
You'll always have the fake girlfriend.
I'll always have the fake girlfriend.
I love that.
Yeah, it helps me stand up for myself.
That's good.
For a person that struggles, that would just like all of a sudden I'll get my roast beef. It'll be cut the thickest slice. You know?
Yeah.
I'll be like, nah, I need that thin.
Yeah.
Excuse me. My wife likes a thin slice of roast beef. Make
Yeah.
sure it's pink. Or else, I got to keep it happy,
Yeah. Yeah.
Just please, we weren't able to go on the cruise this month.
This is
cruise
funny.
line.
This is
I
funny.
go deep. I go, Jesus Christ. I don't even normally go shopping. My wife, she just got gout. I don't understand it, but
Maybe we drive around Brooklyn and I videotape you doing fake girlfriend interactions, and then you just consume or you do whatever right in front of the spot, so they can blatantly see you were lying about the fake girlfriend.
I 100%. No one. I speak blue collar with that regard.
Yeah, for sure.
They go, I get it, man. I get it. You know what? Couple of rice balls for the fella.
Yes.
You saving my ass.
Yeah.
You're saving my ass.
You're right. Well, I
Grey's
think
Anatomy's about to go off Netflix. You're saving my ass.
Yeah. I think these guys can relate to this personal struggle at this point.
What? We hope.
We hope. I think they can. You got to find a new way in. But that is a good way to get what you want. That's a good way of advocating for yourself and not coming off like a Karen, is trying to relate to them and relate to a common struggle. I think that's something that I would do.
Lying.
No, not always lying.
Close to it.
I'm mad at certain things too. I think we're both, like, a lot of times they don't like their employer that much.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of places,
Yeah, no.
like a guy that works at Dwayne Reed
No.
is anti-Dwayne Reed. You just got to find the way in. Don't be anti-him. You got to show him that you're on the same team.
I am.
Or you work. That's what the thing with the woman at Chase is, like, I got to go to the bathroom because I'm like, I used to work at Chase. Like, I get it. Whatever. We're having that combo a little bit.
Well, also, you two are BFFs.
Yeah, we're friends. But I think that's good.
Well, it's good, but I wouldn't want to do that because I wouldn't do that if I had a girlfriend because that would that's embarrassing.
Yes, for sure.
It's not a good look.
But moving through with confidence, I played soccer for the first time this weekend in a long time. Granted, I played with like my older cousins and my 8-year-old cousin, my 8-year-old neighbor
You know what's
next
interesting?
door.
You're at an age now when you say older cousins, that means they're worse at sports.
They're 50, yeah.
Yeah.
50
When
years
you
old.
were like 12, you say, "Oh, I play with my
Yes,
older cousins."
exactly.
It was like a flex.
Now my younger cousin is like about to be a varsity soccer player, and like that
He's
is
scooting
my
around.
younger cousins are good. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm 30. So older, my 51-year-old cousin, and then 8-year-olds were all playing. But it did remind me, I'm like, I was pretty good at this. I just wasn't the best. Like, I could have been better, for sure. And I didn't necessarily start or play a ton my senior year. But
What do you mean necessarily?
I think I started maybe 2 games. And maybe played like 20 minutes a game, 25 minutes a game. But we had a really good team.
Okay.
But I wasn't that confident around it. That's another thing that I'm just like, oh, confidence really goes so far in everything. Sports, like, I'm sure with comedy.
Well, especially for things that are subjective.
Yeah.
Sports are more objective.
Yes, for sure.
Comedy's so subjective.
Yeah.
I tell everyone it's just
A lot of confidence.
Just swag.
Yeah. So you can, that's what I was going to get to. You understand this importance within comedy.
Yeah.
How much confidence matters.
Imagine I was nervous every time I came here and talked.
Yeah,
Worried
no,
about
you're
what I was
never
gonna
you're
say?
never nervous.
Never nervous.
Not with comedy stuff.
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
I used to be. It used to be fun.
When you were nervous?
Get a pit in my stomach.
Oh, really?
I loved it.
You did love it.
It was a rush.
It is a rush.
I'm a rush seeker.
It is a rush. You're right.
I'm a rush seeker.
And then when it goes well, the release is nice
Yeah.
after the show.
Yeah.
To have the nerves and then it goes well is always, of course.
That is very nice.
Yeah.
But
Would like a bigger crowd make you nervous or no?
bigger crowd, no. If a
Nothing.
Specific people in the audience, like testing for something or
Okay.
like
You might get nervous.
yeah, on set, maybe I would get more nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's not as fun.
No.
No. But a bigger crowd, what does that matter?
Yeah, no.
There's no
get it.
difference.
Some people would get more nervous.
Well,
to me, it's more exciting, I guess.
There's no difference between 150 people
and 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's zero difference.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, there's no difference. So
Well, I'm glad you understand that. Just carry it over everywhere. Confidence unlocks a lot.
confidence.
But
well, this is after my birthday was the big time that people would go back to school.
of course,
This was like I would get my birthday money and then it would be like I would have an envelope
back to school shopping.
and it was my back to school shopping envelope
I love that.
and we would go back to school shopping.
I'm trying to go back to school shopping. I'm trying to get some fits. I think we should get some fits to wear on the pod.
I'm about it until you start doing the hand gestures. That
What?
you're-
Me
I'm
and
about
you?
to do the
I talk with my hands.
No, I know.
You talk with your hands too.
But you talked with your hands for like, hey man, I'm cool.
Okay. I do that sometimes.
You do the cool. So
I
you
do
want to
my
go get
little-
some fits.
I would be down.
But we don't shop in the same stores.
We could go to a mall.
You're going to come sit in DXL?
Yeah. Sure. I'll go wherever.
I'll tell you this, man.
What? I've been to DXL before.
You have?
Yeah, with
With
you.
me?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I will say this. Nobody has chairs with better lumbar supports than Destination Extra Large.
Nice.
If you are having a hard day and you go, my feet are barking, and you're at a mall, peep and look for a Destination Extra Large. They will literally have a footrest for you.
Okay.
They have the most comfortable chairs you've ever seen. You'll think, you'll go, where am I, Raymore and Flanagan? You'll go,
I love this.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
My mother, when she comes to DXL with me, and she has a few times, she sits there, puts her feet up and her pocketbook on the thing, and they bring her a drink.
That's amazing.
They treat the DXL is the Delta Lounge for fat people.
Incredible.
DXL, it's truly, we're paying for the luxury.
You're giving away industry secrets.
I mean, if you to go to DXL, to sit on the chairs, you go, who needs sharper image?
Yeah.
Who needs a massage chair when I could just sit? And here's the thing about DXL, there's chairs all around the whole place.
Okay.
Because some people struggle with mobility, so they have to go from one place to another, which is hard.
Yes.
But for me, that's just a nice butt lesson.
Okay. How do you feel if you started to see skinny people in DXL, like buying their accessories, but just using the amenities? Would you be like
Furious.
accepting, or would you be like, get the fuck out of here?
I would be.
You
I
would be furious. All right. So this is not for skinny. Do not take over your space.
You need to be with one
to be.
plus size person.
Okay. You can't just go in.
You could go.
I can come with you.
And you could sit in the chair.
But if you saw me there by myself, sitting
Hanging
on a
out
chair,
in DXL,
just buying a
sipping
wallet,
an Arnold Palmer.
buying a keychain, you'd be like, nah.
Here's another rule. If you see a big guy coming along, you get up.
I gotta get up.
You gotta get up
Of
for
course.
the big guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So you can't take the chair. I mean, yeah, no, I would not like that.
Okay.
You know, so and it's back to school here in my neighborhood. Also, I want to say this. Back to school, and my new Ozempic.
Okay. Your new Ozempic.
Yeah. New Ozempic. I'm Fat Bill Maher. New Ozempic.
Okay.
He does new rules.
Okay.
New Ozempic is cool kids hanging out in delis.
What do you mean?
I'm scared to get anything.
Okay.
A bunch of cool college
I
kids
see,
hanging out at the counter at a deli.
I see.
Just slamming gushers, giggling their ass off, drooling inside. You've never seen me go for unsweetened iced tea faster.
Cool kids are your kryptonite, Sebastian.
You've never seen me go for unsweetened iced tea faster. I know.
You gotta get over the cool kids.
I
They have
gotta.
a strangle on you since you're a child.
Sometimes I close my eyes. Sometimes I close my eyes and I imagine. I go. What? I wonder what these girls that only brought a binder to school and a Coach bag are doing now.
Yeah.
They still have a hold on me. They still
They
think
do.
these girls don't realize that when they came to school with the Coach bag and only a binder, that I'm still thinking about them. I'm still scared of their opinions.
Okay.
And they haven't been existing for 15 years of my life.
Yeah.
But I'm still wondering, what
would they think of this decision?
would Danielle think about this?
Yes.
I'm still wondering what the girl who's like, Mom, I don't need a backpack. I
Yes.
do a binder and a Coach bag.
That her in 2006, not her today.
2000. No, her. I mean, who knows what she's doing today?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah.
What are the girls who had binders and Coach bags doing today?
Yeah.
What are they?
I don't know.
Where are they?
Lost. Not as cool. They probably got sucked up into the whole world, the whole mess of it all. They lost their coolness. Because I don't know who I think is cool today. That's like my age. I don't know.
No one is cool.
People that are sure of themselves.
You become
and
adults and no one's
confident.
cool.
Yeah, I guess it's different.
Here's the thing that no one wants to tell teenagers.
What?
To be cool as a teenager might be the best experience you could ever have in your entire life.
It's got to be awesome.
It literally has
It
to.
is awesome.
Like, here's the big lie.
Yeah.
To be cool as a teenager will get you through your life.
Yeah, some people it really does.
And you'll get respect for your whole entire life from those people.
From those people.
From those people,
Yeah.
you could become goober.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
won't matter.
Yeah.
You could become a oogity woogity.
Sure.
And it won't matter. You could become like a Karen witch.
Yeah.
In my mind, you still smoke cigarettes and spray Bed Bath & Beyond all over your Mitsubishi.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I just brought my yearbook back, which we're going to dive into, I think, in a future episode. But yeah, the guy who won Prom King, I was just showing you. We saw him at the airport before we went away, and I was all excited to introduce you to him.
Stumbling
I
over
was
his
like,
words.
it was like a celebrity. We met a celebrity, and he's working at the airport. And I mean, he's cool. He's still cool. He still has some of that leftover swag, but you just like,
No, yeah.
you know what I mean?
He's a celebrity.
He's working at the airport.
I understand why people ruin their lives to be popular for 4 years in high school.
I get it.
I like no one wants to say the truth.
Yes.
To be popular for 4 years in high school is worth ruining your life.
A lot of people in my high school are still cool. They didn't
Yes.
really have to ruin their lives, which is a take I feel like we've had a long time ago. You should go back and listen to the Hot in High School episode, one of my favorite ones that we've done. But I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it goes a long way.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking back to school. I'm looking at all. Like, for me, the trends don't mean anything. For me, the trends are still, when I think back to school, I'm thinking of
Our trends.
velour pants, fat
farms.
fat ass tongues on your shoe with
Yeah.
big laces.
Air Force Ones, I think, too. Every year of high school, I got Air Force Ones for back to school.
Air Force Ones are timeless.
Yeah.
Those go on forever, right? I'm thinking about like people wearing like capris, wearing diesel t-shirts.
Yeah. Capris. I don't see capris anymore.
Nah, bro, these
Women don't wear capris
these
like
dudes
that.
These
It's
dudes
men.
in Staten Island, they used to have the tiniest ankles you've ever seen, and they would wear the Reebok leathers with the capris, and they'd be standing on toothpicks.
Yeah.
With the biggest chest you've ever seen.
Yeah. That was such a funny dynamic of I remember like just super long shorts almost.
Bro.
Not even really capris like how the women would wear it, where they would be like form fitting. But guys on Staten Island with the tiniest little ankles would have shorts that came down to right above their ankles.
100%.
It's such a weird dynamic.
It was remarkable.
Maybe you probably have a calf tattoo, like a lower calf tattoo, and that's where the short ends to show off the calf tattoo.
Unbelievable. Leg tattoos are
Now guys have the tattoos on their upper thigh,
upper
and that's
thigh.
where it starts to show. It used to be on the lower ankle or the lower calf.
I will say this. I think that for dudes, the hottest place to get a tattoo is on your thigh.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you get a tattoo on your thigh, you look good.
Yeah.
And, like, I get why you're excited about summer.
I always thought if I were to get one, that would be the first place I would get one, just because it seems the most painless, easier to hide. Like, whatever, it's for you.
You don't need to. Yeah, it's not at funerals. You're not showing up at weddings.
Which now I don't care about hide. Like, this is when I was a teenager.
No, my mom told me. She goes, get whatever tattoos you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she does. She has a tattoo.
Do you think you'll get one?
No,
Oh.
I'm not. I didn't not get one
Because of her.
Yeah, because of her. Ever growing up, I didn't want to be perceived as like aggressive.
I see.
And because when I was younger, tattoos were like bad, you know?
Yeah, same.
And they've changed completely. But I never want to be perceived as I always want to be perceived as someone that didn't. Because I would accident. I was like too big, so I like lean on stuff and break it, or like push someone and hurt them by accident. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't
because there was so much weight behind me.
Yeah.
So I never want to be like aggressive. I never want to hurt
perceive
someone.
you as originally aggressive.
Yeah, I wasn't invited to a birthday party when I was younger because I played too hard. But I didn't. That wasn't me playing too hard. I was just big.
That's rude.
You want to know what's rude? I'm thinking about going back to school. I had such a crush on this woman, Michelle.
Okay.
I'm fucking lying in bed the other night, dropping names. Michelle.
This was not a joke that he's talking about the binder girls. Clearly.
My new Ozempic is cool kids in delis. Yeah. Never can't go into Raising Cane's because it's all filled with cool people. Still haven't tried the sauce.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Okay.
I had such a big crush on her.
Okay.
My whole family knew. I would get in the car. My dad would start singing Michelle, my belle. Like, for some reason, everyone in my family knew.
Okay.
And how embarrassing it is for your family to know you have a crush on someone.
Horrible.
And they don't like you back.
Yeah.
What? Here's the thing. We don't know what, as a child, I don't know what to do in that situation. Because if we were dating, I was like, great, I deserve this heat.
Yes.
But to get the heat from your family about someone you have a crush on, and for them not to like you, you're just getting the worst of all worlds.
Especially if you're really young. How young were you? Middle school?
Junior high, 6th grade.
Yeah, that's the worst.
6th grade, I would be getting picked up by my dad in the Chevy Cavalier.
That's tough.
The Chevy Cavalier.
Cool car though.
That was the hoopty I used to drive around back in the day.
I love that.
So, and I remember Michelle didn't like me.
Okay.
And
how'd you find out?
She told me.
And you told your parents this or no?
No,
you couldn't bear to tell them.
Could never look at my father
That's
and be
hard.
like, Michelle doesn't like me.
I know.
And so I would just have to take this abuse from him. Though the teasing. I shouldn't call it abuse. I'm speaking too wild. Yes. Because
it feels really heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking.
It is really tough.
But it's not his fault.
This is the thing about the truth. Once you tell the truth, you have to keep living in the truth, which is why you keep the truth from your parents in that age.
Yeah. I
feel like I never told my parents I got bullied in middle school. I was embarrassed.
I was embarrassed too.
Yeah.
I remember once I told my mom about someone like bothering me. I go, next time someone calls me fat, I'm going to kick the shit out of them.
And she said, don't kick the shit out of anybody?
No, she was just silent.
Yeah.
Because she never heard me speak like that.
Yeah.
And she just said, I'm sorry.
That's sad. Yeah, that is because to see your son.
And then I heard, and of course, as we know,
yeah,
my mother's only as happy as her saddest child.
So she got sad and angry.
So she kicked the shit out of him in front of me.
It is sad because I
why
saw
my mom
little...
is scared about the podcast.
Yes, because what? Truth might come out.
Not the truth, because I'm saying my mom beat up high school kids.
Oh.
So, go ahead, tell me about your cousin now. Finish the Michelle story.
No, it was sad for me because I think he was getting bullied a little bit. And to see someone who you view as so innocent and lovely and lighthearted to turn angry because of these other people. And it's like, oh, it's sad to see that switch happen into anger.
Well, yeah, this is why being popular is worth
really nice. Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yes.
So, Michelle, she didn't like me. And she told me after I asked her, like, to a dance or some bullshit like that, or to hang out one night or something, she said no. Then she came back to me with some feedback. She said this. She goes, I told my mother that you asked me out, and I said no. And she said that I should be nice to you because in a few years you might get taller and lose all the weight.
Oh, my God.
And I want to tell you this, Michelle's mom. Joke's on you, bitch. I got fatter.
You did get taller.
Joke's on you. I got fatter. That was a plot twist Michelle's mom wasn't thinking of. I would have loved to be with Michelle's mom. I wish Michelle dated me just so she goes, it's going to happen soon. It's going to happen. Literally every year the mother goes, he's going to get skinnier. Joke's on you. I got fat at Michelle's mom.
Yeah.
And she goes, you got to be. Also, the prefix of you got to be nice to him.
Yes.
Because he
might be skinny.
Because he might be skinny one
might
day.
Deserve. That's crazy.
That's
That's a
an
crazy
investment.
thing to say. Yes.
Hey, I got into. Hey, I bought Apple before computers were around.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's not a
Joke's
nice
on you,
thing to
Michelle's
say.
mom.
Yeah. Michelle's mom' greatest fear in life is her becoming fat. Michelle's mom.
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess so.
I guess so.
I don't understand.
I hope it's something worse.
Yeah. I hope so too. Obviously, you hope it's something worse. It's not anything. It's not bad. Anything is worse. It's not a bad thing, but it's these women are just, it's tough. That era. I want to say it's Staten Island, but I think it was probably the whole country.
No, it's the whole country. But
in the 2000s.
They just do a whole different phrasing of it.
just not viewing. Yeah, that's that's unfortunate.
And I was, because I'm thinking about going back to school. I'm thinking about all this
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Michelle's in my head.
Well, because I think you're probably identifying times in how this all started. Michelle. If you're looking for yourself, you're looking for the truth, and it's like that was probably a defining event of like you feeling shitty about being a bigger kid.
Yeah. So, but anyways,
Michelle's mom sucks.
Michelle's mom's stinky.
Yeah.
Michelle's mom no good. So, but I was thinking back to school, and so I was looking up trends and things that people are going back to school with, because I'm like, oh, kids probably love backpacks now. You know what's a big thing?
I loved backpacks back then. I loved my JanSport. I was very excited when I got a new JanSport for high school. I had one for all middle school, and then I loved my backpack. I used my backpack probably for 10 years.
You did?
Yeah, I felt very connected to the backpack.
Would you
I
draw
feel
on
like,
it?
Did you? A little bit. You just doodle around, I guess. It was a black backpack, though, so you're not really saying
I had North
anything.
Face backpacks.
Yeah.
Cool
though. You felt cool, I guess.
I would keep them mad tight.
Yeah.
Like real high up, like almost like a turtle shell.
Backpack was an extension of yourself a little bit.
Well,
especially you're moving around a lot after school.
Yeah. Oh, backpacks were great.
Yeah.
But for now, an accessory that kids have now that we didn't have.
What?
Water bottles.
Oh.
Like it's a big like, what type of water bottle are you bringing to school?
Interesting.
Because everyone uses refillable water bottles now.
Yeah, that's great. I would have to ask, can I go get a water drink? Like, can I get a water break during class?
I was thinking about it. The bathroom pass situation now that people have refillable cups must be out of control.
Yeah.
It must be out of control. And someone goes, can I use the pass? And they go, no. And someone goes, sorry, I'm trying to maintain the proper amount of water to drink every day.
Yeah.
Kids are ruthless.
Interesting. I would try to do like 3 bathroom breaks a day and to just rotate what classes. So like Monday would be first, third, fifth period. Tuesday would be second, fourth, sixth. You know what I mean? I would move it and
for me, it was like who I could meet in the hallway to hang out.
Okay.
Or like girls, you go, oh, let's both take the pass out.
Yeah.
You'd be gone for 20 minutes kissing a girl in the stairwell.
Nah, I never did that. I wish. That's got to be awesome.
To kiss a girl in the stairwell, and then I said this. The day that it was negative b over the square root, what is that called?
The quadratic equation?
The day we were learning the quadratic equation. Right before it, I made out with a girl in the band's room.
Okay.
And then I went to math class the next period, and we learned the quadratic equation. Still to this day, I struggle with it.
Okay.
Because of how hard it was to transition from that to that.
To concentrate.
It was still to this day the quadratic equation when it would come up in other math forms. I go, well, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, blah, blah.
Yeah. It is interesting because school is a really, really horny place. Like high school was a horny place.
Well, the kids are, yes.
Yeah, when I'm in it, I'm not horny about high school now. I'm not obviously.
Yes.
But when I'm in it, it's a horny place. Everyone's dressed. I went to public school too.
There's a lot of politics happening.
A lot of, not like Republican, Democrat, but like.
No, yes.
Yeah, school politics, social politics.
Social politics.
A lot of social. It was such a, I went to a high school with 1,600 people, and that's a lot of fucking people. I guess a lot of people dressed up nice, the whole 9 yards. And I'm thinking that, so like everyone does after school activities, right?
Yeah.
And I notoriously like secret horny activities people always say is like the band and theater kids, right? Would you agree with that?
I tried them.
Like notoriously, like, oh, they're like secret horny. They're also the only after school activities really that are co-ed like that, because sports aren't co-ed. So you're just in school all day, a really
French
horny
club,
place.
the debate club, but that's
a
not
little
horny.
different.
You know why?
'Cause that's still class
You
in a lot of ways.
Well, yeah, you're in a classroom. In those settings, you get to go off into corners.
And there's maybe 12 people, like less than 20 people, I would say.
Yes.
In the French
and
club.
the theater,
The
there's
theater's 100
60,
kids and
yes.
3 advisors.
Yeah.
The band, there's 100 co-ed people and 3 advisors.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were any more or less horny than everyone else. They just had an outlet to kind of mingle immediately after school.
So they were social.
Yeah.
If you're not going to be the most popular kid in your school, be the most popular kid in the subsect of
Exactly.
where you want to live.
Yes.
Right?
Or just be fully yourself in those subsects. Because
Yeah.
I feel like you can make some friends. You can find community, hopefully. I don't know other high schools are what their vibe were, but in my high school, I feel like you could make friends.
You know it's coming back in trends?
What?
Something that's coming back in trends?
What?
Sweatpants that are cargo.
I have seen that. I saw
sweatpants
somebody wearing that this week.
With the side pockets.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Those were wild.
Those
I love those.
Those were the dirty days.
I would wear Uggs, those, and a thermal at school.
And you know what?
What?
You were a little scumbag.
Why?
Wearing that?
Yeah.
Wear a thermal?
Yeah.
With sweatpants with cargo pockets?
Yeah.
You got a sniper popping out of one of the cargo pockets, right?
Super loud Velcro.
Your thermal, it's flared at the ends like a
Yeah.
bell-bottom sleeve.
Yeah, not on purpose.
You got your Uggs.
Yeah, that would be an outfit. Thermals were a hot thing to wear.
They're
for
coming
men.
back.
They are coming back.
Layered is coming back.
Yeah.
So is denim.
Interesting.
It's going to be the biggest denim year we've ever seen.
I love that. As
Denim
we know,
top,
I used
denim
to
bottom,
I used
denim
to
everything.
rock Canadian tuxedo to JP Morgan when I was trying to get let go.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
All denim.
Yeah.
People are loving denim. I was looking at the most popular things to buy.
Denim.
Denim is the top of the list.
I love that.
Layered.
I was thinking about, because I would wear like Hollister, Abercrombie, that kind of stuff. Is that popular again?
That's.
I'm like, maybe would it be weird if I wore like a Hollister shirt?
I think so. Well,
would
now that's considered preppy.
Okay. I guess it was then.
Yeah, but it's not like.
It is really strange to me how everything from when we were kids is popular. Literally so strange. I'm at my parents' house. Some of the magazines that I have are $700.
What do you mean?
I have like Kevin Durant before he went to the NBA. Like there's a picture of him in college. Yeah, right before he got drafted
In a magazine.
college. On the cover of the magazine. Bryce Harper, who's now a huge.
And you look these up. These are $700.
The Kevin Durant one was expensive, yeah. But then I have like
Sell it.
Bryce Harper. That's what my parents were saying. I'm like, no, I want to keep it longer. He's
Kevin-
not even retire yet. He just won. He just became the most
I guess
scoring.
he'll go into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I'll keep it. But like Bryce Harper, I have him at 15 years old. I have the catch of like the Giants and the Patriots when the Giants won the Super Bowl. Like I have all these stuff that it's just like has never not been popular. My Pokemon games are a couple $100 each. The cartridges.
Can you believe this?
I'm just like, it is. We've talked about this a lot, but even the fashion now, I guess is. I'm trying to get Fat Farms.
Everything's coming back.
We got to get a Fat Farm like shirt.
I wasn't allowed to wear Fat Farm.
Would you wear it now?
Yeah.
I love that.
So only if I could find myself a baby fat.
You got to get a baby fat.
I'm only rocking Fat Farm if I could get my
baby fat shirt would be iconic. We got to find this shit.
If
we need some more swag. Fuck it. I think it's a good business expense for the. We have these videos get 1 million views. People, we should be looking nice. Not a ton of money, but we could get a few baby fat shirts.
Let me get the apartments.
Okay, all right.
Let me get the apartment
right.
first, realistically. Let me find it. Let's make sure that we could continue doing the podcast. But also for I was like talking and looking at like an actual list of what kids need to bring to school.
Okay.
Kids now need to bring dry erase markers that they could write on the board with.
That's crazy.
that the teachers don't even supply that anymore. That's like if we were kids and they said everyone has to have a box of chalk to bring so they could write in their own chalk.
Bro, I never had a pen. Every single day I had to ask for a pen.
They literally...
It was mind-boggling.
They're making you bring 50 sharpened pencils was something that was on the list.
Yeah.
Your own sharpener. It's like truly like you have to buy everything to be in school.
That's crazy.
The top thing on the list for schools was an iMac computer.
That's crazy.
For us, thousands of dollars people have to spend to send their kids back to public school.
Yeah.
This is
crazy.
like public school.
Yeah.
And for us, it was not that expensive until we hit the TI-83 Plus.
Yes. Even then, we got one, I think.
Oh, we had to buy one.
I think I eventually bought one, but I think at the beginning of every year you would get one.
No, in my school, we had to buy one.
You
And
had
I went to
buy
public
one?
school.
Yeah.
We had to
Maybe
buy
I'm wrong,
a
actually.
TI-83 Plus.
Yeah.
And it was $100.
Yes.
And that was, I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. I guess I think AP Calc I had to maybe buy my own.
So...
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's truly...
I literally would get a fucking 100 pens first week of school. By mid-September, I'm asking for a pen every day. I don't know where they would go. I don't know how I would lose them. I don't know how you fucking lose 100 pens. I don't know if I'm giving them out. I was just a kid who always needed a pen.
You know how... It's absurd to give it all at once.
Yeah.
We should space it out through the year.
Yeah.
Like they say, give the kid 50 pencils. How about 5 a month?
Yeah. 1
5
a week.
a month.
You start every week with a pencil.
I mean, you need 2 pencils.
2 pencils, yeah.
Right? But because you know how good it felt to start the semester with a clean binder?
It's felt great.
My expectations for how I was going to pay attention in school with a clean binder, that was the most Virgo I ever was.
Yeah.
That was the most like, I'm going to be organized. I'm using my reinforcements for my binder to make the pages sturdier after I take good notes all day.
Yeah.
But by the end,
Reinforcements, I remember that, yeah.
by the end, I'm just drawing cocks on paper that's falling out my paper.
That was my kryptonite too, was I like to doodle a lot. And like, I'll fucking doodle on the cover. Once you doodle on the cover, then you got to just doodle the whole thing. Then you color it all in. Every notebook ends up being just like the color of pen colored in the entirely.
And it's just truly all the binder became one section.
Yeah.
It wasn't math, history.
No.
It all became, okay, next page.
Yeah.
And truly, at the beginning of the year, I would be like, how long can I go?
It was tough. 2 months, really?
Sad, man. It's
Yeah,
sad.
it was tough.
I mean...
I think I had different notebooks for every class. Because like I couldn't do a 3-subject notebook for 3 different subjects.
I
That
would
would
do
not be
that.
working.
I would have a binder
I knew
for
myself. Yeah.
it all. And I was...
In high school, you did that?
Yeah, man.
One binder for everything?
One binder for everything.
Was that what the like advice was from the school?
I think so.
Yeah. I can't do that.
And I need a little David Goggins in me.
Did you do homework?
It depends.
Yeah.
For like Russian, no.
Okay.
I would like copy homework.
Yeah.
Because why do I need Russian?
You were just like, I don't need this.
I
I'll
don't
never
need
use
this.
this. I'm cool to not learn this language.
I am so cool not to learn
yeah,
language.
yeah. I get that.
Right?
And you couldn't take Spanish or Italian.
Nah, I had to take
You had
Russian.
to take Russian.
I had to take Russian, one of the hardest languages to learn.
Yes.
I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
We learned about the culture. It was like some cool stuff. Like I had friends that were Russian, so I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. And then all of a sudden, my high school girlfriend we break up. She's making out with the Russian exchange students. You think I'm going to learn how to cocktail out this or that?
No. I forgot about that. Wasn't he smelly?
The stinkiest boy I ever met.
Yeah.
He didn't even take a plane. He just floated above the Atlantic all the way here from the stench. The smelliest dude in the whole school. We got this Russian exchange student. He comes, my ex-girlfriend, we break up. She's making out with the Russian dude. And I'm supposed to learn how to conjugate verbs?
Yeah, no. We're good on that.
Nah, we're copying that homework while we eat the free school breakfast.
It was the public makeout at school was very interesting too. Because there's such a show about relationships in high school. Because oftentimes, a lot of times, that's when you're hanging out the most, is in between periods. You have 3 minutes 6 times a day to really show off the PDA and just like
incredible
debut your relationship. Very Bridgerton of it all.
It was.
Yeah. Which you don't see in that way now.
Well, on Instagram.
I guess Instagram.
Instagram is that.
It was cooler the way that we used to do it, I think.
It was.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think that was nice to have that, and you'd be excited if you had a girlfriend going into the year or something like that.
Yeah,
or,
I never did.
Yeah, but or
I was always excited because soccer season.
what do you think the best year entering high school was?
For me?
In general, for the general what year do you think people are most excited to go back to school for?
Probably senior year.
You think senior year?
Probably. I
Senior
really
year-
was excited to go into junior year.
Senior year was great because you had a shortened school schedule.
I didn't, but yeah, most people did.
Like I had a shortened day,
Yeah.
which was very interesting
Half day seniors, yeah.
to have a shortened school schedule, because it just allowed me more time to get fucked up while my mom was at work.
No, I never was able to. Every single day of high school, I never went home straight from high school.
Well, I would have to go
In
do
4
stuff
years.
after school, so then I
Yeah.
would just be hanging around
Oh, in between.
in between,
Oh,
hanging with the boys at the Pizza Hut buffet, ripping joints from toilet paper.
that's fun.
Bl-
I can only imagine.
blowing into dryer sheet sploofs that you made in a car. Life was good,
That sounds good.
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess senior year was really good. For me, I was thinking sophomore year,
Okay.
because the pressure's not on. Junior year, there's so much pressure for college.
Yes.
For sophomore year, you're like you're comfortable. You're not the lowest person on the totem pole, and you know that you still have time to exist in the place.
Sophomore year is fun. Sophomore year is Sweet 16 season. I probably went to 20 Sweet 16s my sophomore
Incredible.
year. Between that actual like school year and then the summer after.
Good year.
Yeah, you just do a lot of Sweet 16s.
Lots-
That's
and
what I think of.
That's when people start mingling as like
Yes.
boy girl
Little
mingles,
flirtier.
or like romantic mingles. We should say.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, it's fun. I think that back to school for me was always a fun thing, and it wasn't
I
a
loved it.
negative thing.
Yeah, same.
I think routine is actually good for people.
Yeah.
And like we're like, oh, the summer. At the end of the summer, you have no routine for so long that you're like, I'm ready to get back to some routine.
Yes. Yeah, I loved back to school. I played soccer every year in high school, which was always fun because you kind of have like your group of friends. You start doing soccer stuff almost a month out before school. So I'm at the school every day already at this point.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
did that
kind
for
of
football,
like,
too.
yeah, it was cool to be like, all right, everyone else is now joining us. Like we could kind of show off what we've been working on.
Yeah, this was hell week for us.
Yeah.
We'd be like training hard.
Yeah, we would
before
have
the
a hell
school.
week in August sometime.
The worst time to be exercising a lot outside.
Crazy. 2-a-days.
Absurd.
In the heat, just like running, sprinting, like mainly not doing the sport you're playing, just kind of like running a lot.
Not an ounce of sunscreen hit my body.
Yeah, no.
Not a drop of sunscreen.
Yes.
Imagine today the retinol that's going on in the locker room.
Well, that's what I can imagine. Yeah. Well, that's also what I'm like. Yeah, I did this so intensely for so long, and then I kind of just don't do it at all anymore because I'm like, oh, I always would have been probably better at other things. But it was fun to revisit a little bit
Oh, it's
the
good.
soccer stuff.
No, Rob, I think it's good.
What?
People need to give up stuff.
Yeah.
People need to give up stuff and say, I used to do this, and
Yes.
not say, I do this.
Yes. I agree.
You need, after a certain amount of years, you need to say, you can't go, yeah, I do spelling bees. That was the 6th grade, babes.
Yeah.
At a certain point, society wants us to build people as slashes. Slashes is what is ruining people.
Okay.
By that I mean writer / producer / beekeeper / entrepreneur.
Yes.
So there's this section of Hollywood, a section of rich people, we'll say, even more than Hollywood, right? Because technically, I am Hollywood.
Of course.
So there's a section of rich people that when you become famous enough, they go, hey, you're not Dwayne Johnson. You are The Rock. You are a brand. And he goes, being in movies isn't good enough for me anymore. I must be a tequila dealer.
Yes.
I must have my own sneaker line.
Yeah.
I must do this. And now
Crypto, apps, everything, whatever the new trend is, they're hopping on board.
rich people need to stop adding slashes to their name.
Yes.
It is actually embarrassing to be so rich and say, I'm such a successful movie star that I need a side hustle.
It used to be embarrassing or shameful to have 2, 3, 4 jobs.
If someone had 2 jobs, you go, I'm so sorry. I
Yeah.
hope everything's okay.
that's how, like, when my dad talks about my grandpa who had to be 4 different jobs, it was like
100%.
there was pride associated with it, but it was out of necessity.
And you know who it's not out of his necessity for? Blake freaking Lively.
No.
Blake Lively isn't doing a side hustle and have multiple jobs out of necessity.
I have so much respect for, like, the rich kids, the Nepo babies, whatever, that just don't do anything. They just live and don't do anything.
They are doing exactly.
This is what you should do. This is what I would do.
I actually like them because they'll say they do one thing and they don't even do it.
Yeah.
They go, yeah, I'm an artist. What type? I do art.
I love that.
I love that
I'm like,
so
dude,
much.
that is, I think, the thing to do.
And it's actually so sad that people have to start thinking of themselves as businesses and get so selfish that they can't just be an actor anymore.
Yeah, I know.
They can't just be a single entity, have a single job. I'm not just a basketball player. I do this and that and this and that.
Yes.
People, get rid of the slashes.
Unless you genuinely love, I guess, something else and you're trying to make a hobby into something different. But a lot of these people, they're not passionate about all these different things. They're just getting sold things.
It's like you could make more money doing this.
Yes, exactly.
You could make more money doing this.
It's driven out of money. So then it's like, what are you?
These slashes, you should be embarrassed.
I agree.
Every time that you add a slash to your name, you should know that first thing loses more power.
I agree.
You should lose roles, you should lose opportunities the more slashes you add to your name.
I agree. You should love what you do. It's also hard to be funny when you're also a tequila salesman. You can't offend it. Like, you know what I mean? The more slashes you add, the more things you have to kind of fall into line with.
Well, you're a brand.
Yeah. You're not an entertainer as much anymore.
You know who's not fun to hang out with? Nabisco.
Of course. Of course.
Right? Like for me,
or anyone with entrepreneur in their bio on
Yes.
Instagram, of course.
Anyone, Nabisco's not fun to. I mean,
Yeah.
like who wants to hang out with Pfizer?
Yeah.
Right? Like what are we doing here?
I'm embarrassed that I have to have all these jobs. I don't want to have all these jobs.
It's mortifying.
I would rather have less jobs. So it is very confusing when you see those people. Like, you don't need to do everything.
It's truly so. I think you letting go of things is beautiful.
Yeah.
At a certain point, we need to drop things.
Yeah, I agree.
We should start out with a ton of slashes until we only have one.
Yeah, ideally. Which I think,
and
yeah,
then
of course.
and then we should leave our job and it should just say human.
Well, that's what find out who you are and what you love. Like, I think you could be multifaceted, but you don't have to do it for a living. I will never play soccer for a living. I will never work in a soccer setting for a living.
It's truly and you know what's the saddest part about all this stuff?
What?
That because these influencer people have all these slashes to their name, normal people think they need to do it too.
Yeah.
So it's like, how many times I see, especially for weight loss stuff, they're like, now I'm a weight loss influencer and this and that.
Yeah.
It's like they add so many damn things to their name.
That's the influencer stuff is like they don't have anything. I think that's what it boils down to, is that they don't actually have a primary. They just have a lot of secondary jobs. Like, what is the thing? I do content. Content is a made up word. Everything is content.
Oh, it's baloney.
Content is my least favorite word or like thing that someone tells me they do. I do content.
The most attractive thing the biggest flex a person could say is when you ask what they do and they say one word.
Yeah.
And that's it. End the sentence.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I never knew that. I would be impressed if someone said, "What do you do?" and they go, "I'm an accountant."
Yeah.
Good for you. What do you do? What do you have, a YouTube series that you sell?
Yeah.
What do you do? Do you produce raw honey that you give out for every tax season?
Yeah.
No, I do taxes and I go home.
Yeah. Just because it will make you money does not mean you have to pursue it.
I think it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's truly embarrassing that these celebrity billionaires have to add slashes to their name.
They're side hustling. This is out of necessity.
At what point can we not side hustle?
Yeah. You don't need to do all this shit. You get worse. I think everything you said is correct. Elon Musk, whatever the fuck else the more he does, the more bad it is.
Imagine if he just did space.
I guess, yeah.
It would be, and he didn't speak.
Yeah.
He would help.
I guess, yeah.
He could have helped
if someone
society.
was working towards space stuff.
It's crazy that Elon Musk could have really helped society.
Yeah, there was a point in time where people really thought he was going to. But
He had the potential.
yeah.
He's a genius.
I don't know if he's a genius. I think he's pretty dumb, actually.
He's dumb around certain topics.
Yeah. Well, I'm more and more that I look into his history, he's always kind of been pretty dumb and bad at managing things.
But
he wanted to like destroy PayPal. He got out at the right. He got lucky.
But here's the thing. I'm not talking about. He's a scientist.
Is he even?
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually that good at any science. If I'm being real, I don't think he's actually that good of a coder. There's all these people that all the industries he's been in have said he's pretty dumb.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought that
it's all been a facade. His whole thing, I think, is a facade.
Well, I thought that he was a that he was like a science genius.
No, I don't think he is.
Well, no matter what, he could have done good.
Of course, everybody has a capacity to do good.
And
to use your powers for good.
He really, because he did have this, but he really poo-pooed the bed.
Yeah.
He really poo-pooed the bed.
He added too many slashes.
He added too many slashes, and so that's why I respect people that like don't even do interviews.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
He's an actor. Damn good.
Damn good. Who's gonna argue that he's not
sold
good?
Us, which even Leo doesn't sell us a lot. He sells us climate change stuff, but
that's a cause he cares about.
Yes,
that's different. He's not a climate change activist. You know,
I respect that.
He uses his platform to help.
I agree.
Right. But for me, I think it's like maybe they add these slashes because of how insecure they are.
Probably.
They don't feel that they could stand alone good enough like this. But I'll tell you this:
it's
we
like
need to get back.
Arms race. It is that insecurity. Who gives a fuck?
Well,
I think about that all the time. How happy I would be with just like one level above what I have now. If I just had my own apartment in Brooklyn, and I could come here and do just the podcast, that sounds amazing. If I could make a living doing just this, and then if I wanted to pursue, I mean, entertainment is a little different. You could express yourself in different ways, but to be able to just do this would be such a dream. God. Imagine you could just support yourself. I would take years of just doing this.
I'll tell you this.
And I'll be quiet about the slashes. I didn't tell anybody I was doing improv for the first 2 years I did it.
People ask me what I do for a living. I say nothing.
I say lifeguard.
I say nothing. I go, I don't do nothing.
Yeah.
And they go, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I go, I do nothing. What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, I do say the podcast because I'm trying to promote the podcast.
There you go. You promote. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I want to get rid of slashes.
100%.
I don't want to add them. It's truly mortifying. No, there was never a Keebler that was like, maybe I should get into a stable work too.
Yeah.
Right? We just picked a craft and got good at it.
100%.
I sound like an old man now.
Yeah, I get the necessity. I get when you're on the other side and you can't pay rent and you need to have the slashes.
I mean, I am.
That's just who we are. That's why it's frustrating.
That's why it's embarrassing.
Because we have so many slashes. To see other people that don't need them do that is a little frustrating.
It's like a bell curve.
Yeah.
And like, at what point, us poor people trying to get rid of the slashes, right?
Yes.
And also, all of a sudden, you're super rich and now you're trying to add more slashes.
100%.
It makes me feel wild.
Just because something will make you money does not mean you have to do it.
I can't stand it. So help us share the podcast, please, so we can get rid of slashes.
100%.
The boys need to get rid of some slashes. Also, if you want, you could jump over to the Patreon if you want to support us. You could join for a month. Listen, we got almost 40 episodes up now.
40 episodes.
So you could
some stuff. We have vlogs. We have 4 vlogs. We have Portugal content.
Slam through those if you want. That's a way to support it, or just share with the friends. Or tell the friend about the podcast. That would truly mean the world to us. Because the boys are trying to get rid of some slashes
for sure.
Here, so we could just be a one word business.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Also, I have a show September 7th. It's the last time that I'm doing the Love Note show. I'm very excited about it. I think if you haven't come out, it's very fun. It's very honest. It's very real, I would say. And yeah, it's a good time. I have been enjoying doing it. And this is the last time I'm doing it this year. So if you can, September 7th, please come out. September 7th. Love is embarrassing. I'll post about it on my story and stuff. But last time I'm doing the show. It's a good show. I really like it. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it moving forward. But
Nice.
September 7th, please come out. It's the last time that I will be doing a show in New York this year.
What time is it?
Thank you. September 7th, 7:30 p.m.